All right, so after driving for about 2 hours, we finally made it to Stutzman Ranch, which is basically located between Cashmere and Wenatchee. And this is one of my favorite places to come by and do fruit picking. And they're primarily known for their cherry picking. Now, unfortunately, they no longer have cherries in season. And so the next best thing is that we're gonna go ahead and harvest some awesome peaches. They're open from 9 to 6 p.m. basically every single day. And let's go and see if we can find some nice, juicy, ripe, delicious, yellow peaches. So if you guys have never done any of your own like fruit picking before, it's actually a really fun activity. Just kind of one, to get away from the city. Two, to really just try like what it feels like to get like the farm to table like experience, to just really taste some nice, delicious, ripe, I don't want to say it's organic, it's probably more conventional if anything, but just delicious fruit from the actual tree itself that you actually end up picking for yourself. And so what's nice about this is the fact that they have basically segregated a lot of the trees that are not basically ripe yet. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way down and find the areas where they actually have some nice, delicious, ripe, good tasting peaches. All right, take a look and see some of these delicious looking ripe peaches. Oh man, let's find out, see what's good, huh? So although the color looks ripe, a lot of times if you squeeze it, for example, this one still feels pretty firm. And what they were saying is that if you were to twist the fruit, and if it doesn't come off easily right away, then it's not necessarily ready yet. Although squeezing this one, it does feel a little bit soft, and we're just gonna go ahead and try it before we see. I mean, it looks beautiful, looks tasty. Let's give it a little wash. So let's try it. Let's see if it's actually pretty ripe. Let's see if it tastes good. Not bad actually. Not perfect, but not bad. Let's try and see if we could find some better ripe tasting peaches. So after totaling all of our little counts up, it came out to about 15 pounds, and all of the stuff that we ended up getting was about $13. So it's 0.85 cents per 1 pound of peaches. And the one nice thing about this is there is a minimum of like $5 per pick, right? But for the most part, all of these awesome peaches that we got for $13. Now, unfortunately, most of the peaches that we ended up trying right here, were not really sweet. So good to basically take it home, put it next to a banana to allow it to ripe. That way we get that nice, succulent, juicy, awesome peach. One of the nice things that I like to do after doing Stutzman Ranch is go ahead and visit Leavenworth, because Leavenworth is only about 15 miles away from where we're at right now. And if you have not seen or been to Leavenworth yet, highly recommend checking out, because it's kind of similar to a Bavarian style living style. So let's go ahead and get some sausages, some beer, and let's just have a good time over at Leavenworth. Take a look. We ended up coming to this place called Kind House, and generally speaking, whenever we drive by or walk by and visit Leavenworth, this place is always jam-packed, meaning there's a long line. So if you take a look at my previous video last year where we came during Christmas time, the line basically backs up. Luckily enough for us, we came at about 3 o'clock, no line, just came in, and for the most part, if you like sausages, come by, get some sausages. And this is what we ended up ordering. We ended up ordering what's called the habanero cheddar wurst, as well as the beef frankfurter. Now let's first talk about the habanero cheddar wurst. Tell me a better combination other than purple and gold. Sorry, Laker fans. So the habanero and cheddar wurst is by far something that I highly recommend everyone getting. And when you first take a bite of this juicy, succulent sausage, you're gonna first notice this, like the natural pop, right? Natural pop of a sausage. And that's the one thing I like that determines what is a good sausage, is that popping feeling. And the minute you take a nice little bite, all of that juicy cheddar goodness drips and shoots down your mouth. So very, very good, highly recommended. Now, we also ended up ordering what's called the beef frankfurter, which basically consists of an all beef frankfurter seasoned with garlic, onion, and mustard seed. Now, unfortunately, when I ordered it, this was my primary dish, I didn't really like it. To me, it tasted like a regular sausage, nothing fancy, nothing special, just an ordinary sausage. So it's kind of like, I was a little disappointed with the fact that this didn't really taste like what it was described. So we ended up trading, and I ended up ordering, or rather I ended up eating her dish, which is the habanero cheddar wurst. Highly recommended, highly good. Come by, get some sausages, have fun. So every week, from Thursday to Sunday. They have a cool little art walk in the promenade and really cool art selection. Some like handy nifty arts and crafts from the different vendors over there. Come by, check it out. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take any pictures or any photography of some of the beautiful artwork and photography that they've had in print, just because of they want to kind of keep everything. There's a specific reason why people don't want you to take photography of their photography, right? That way you don't end up reprinting it, but really cool. Come by and check them out. So every time I see a long line, I always wonder, what are they selling? And it probably has to be good, right? So we saw a long line for this place called Whistlepunk Ice Cream. And so they have this really unique, not really unique, but they have what's called a tasting, which is basically 4 small single scoops of ice cream of whatever choice you have. And they have some really unique flavors. They do actually allow for sampling. So unfortunately, sampling for one sample per person. I asked them what their favorite flavor was, and they said that their favorite flavor, or rather the most popular flavor people order, it's a blackberry full, which is basically a vanilla and blackberry mix. Personally, I didn't really like it. Not really a blackberry fan. Well, rather, not really a vanilla fan, but it was just, it was okay. I kind of wish that I tried something else, like the pistachio or maybe the coffee, but I figured let's try something new. You know, it's always about trying something new, trying to expand your horizon. But come by and check it out if you're really looking for some good tasting ice cream. Generally, the last place we like to stop before we head back home is a place called Cured, which is they basically specialize in a good selection of deli meats. And they do allow samples actually, so I'd highly recommend if you guys are interested in trying out some of their awesome tasting salamis, definitely come by and check them out. Now, unfortunately, they didn't have what we ordered last time, which is basically a truffle-based salami cut. We sold out already, so we weren't really feeling any of the other meats that they were having in stock. So otherwise, I'd highly recommend checking it out. But that's basically it as far as our trip over to Leavenworth, and we have been to a lot of the other shops over here before. For example, they have what's called the Nutcracker Museum, so I'm gonna go ahead and link my video for my other 2-day trip in Leavenworth in the description down below. But other than that, I'd say, you know, if you guys have never been to Leavenworth before, or if you guys have been here before and want to come by and check them out again, highly come by and recommend coming out. It's just a nice little way to end the Saturday or the Sunday and just kind of having a nice little stroll across the city, kind of exploring and, you know, supporting a lot of the local community here, because it is obviously a tourist town, and I know a lot of their income is based off tourism. So come by, support your local community. Anyways, hope you guys had a good time, and really appreciate if you guys hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.